The moment my nephew grabbed my son's new birthday bike and announced, "Dad says what's yours is ours," something inside me snapped. My brother actually nodded. "Come on, you can afford another one. Share the wealth." I didn't argue. I just took the bike back, looked at my son and said, "Get in the car." 3 weeks later, the beachfront condo my brother had been living in rent-free was listed for sale, and he got an eviction notice. I was 42, a construction manager, and I owned a 2-bedroom beachfront condo my uncle left me when he passed. The deed had my name on it, nothing else. For years, I let my brother Marcus use it whenever he wanted. At first, it was supposed to be temporary. He'd lost his job and needed a place to crash. That was 5 years ago. Temporary became permanent. He stopped asking permission and started acting like he owned it. He called it our family spot, like saying it enough times made it real. He replaced furniture, hung his art on the walls, and got a dog without asking. When I mentioned the utilities were getting expensive, he laughed it off. "Relax, man. I'm improving the place. The mortgage, property taxes, insurance, and HOA fees stayed mine. All of it, every month." My wife Sarah kept telling me, "He's using you." I kept avoiding the conversation. Marcus always had an excuse ready. "Family helps family," he'd say, like it was written in stone. Then my son Ethan turned 7. Sarah and I saved for months to buy him a real bike. Not some cheap thing from a discount store. A proper mountain bike with gears and hand brakes. Blue, his favorite color. When Ethan saw it in the driveway with a bow on the handlebars, he screamed with joy. That moment made every extra shift worth it. We threw a small birthday party in our backyard. After the other kids left, my nephew Kyle walked straight over to the bike. He threw his leg over it and started pedaling around. "Dad says what's yours is ours," Kyle announced, ringing the bell. Ethan's face crumpled. He just stood there frozen. I looked at Marcus, waiting for him to correct his kid. Instead, Marcus shrugged and smiled. "Come on, you can afford another one. Share the wealth." His wife Angela nodded. "Kyle never gets anything this nice. It's only fair." Sarah stood up, voice sharp. "Get off that bike now." Marcus rolled his eyes. "It's just a bike. You make good money, buy another," I said slowly. "That was Ethan's birthday present." Kyle kept riding in circles, acting like he owned it. So I walked over. I lifted Kyle off the bike. I wheeled it back to Ethan. Then I looked at my son and kept my voice steady. "Ethan, get in the car." Ethan grabbed the bike and moved fast. No questions. Marcus laughed. "Seriously, you're being dramatic." That's when I gave him the calmest smile I could manage. The kind that means I'm done talking. "Marcus," I said, "you've got 30 days to clear out of my condo." His face went blank. "What? You heard me. 30 days. Get your stuff out." Angela stepped forward. "You can't just kick us out. That's been our home for years." "Check the deed," I said. "It's my home. You've been guests." Marcus snapped. "Family helps family, and I'm done being your landlord," I finished. That weekend, Sarah, Ethan, and I drove to the beach condo. Just the 3 of us. No surprise visits, no guilt trips. We walked on the beach, ate ice cream, and Ethan rode his bike along the boardwalk. I realized I'd been paying a mortgage on a place I never got to enjoy. On Monday, I called a real estate agent. Listed immediately, I want it sold fast. We had multiple offers within a week. A retired couple offered cash and wanted to close in 2 weeks. I accepted. Marcus didn't get another warning. He already had his notice. Day 30 came. I drove by the condo. Marcus's truck was in the parking spot. Lights were on, music playing, like my deadline was a suggestion. On closing day, I signed the papers and handed the keys to the new owners, Helen and Robert. I told them the truth. "Fair warning, my brother might still be inside." They nodded. "We'll handle it." I followed them in my truck. I wasn't in uniform, but I called my buddy Officer Chen to meet us there just in case. When we arrived, Marcus's truck was still there. Robert knocked. Marcus opened the door, smiling until he saw the older couple and the cop behind them. "What's going on?" Helen held up the paperwork. "We closed today. This is our property now." Marcus looked past them and saw me standing by my truck. His face went red. "You actually sold it." "I gave you 30 days, I said. "You chose not to take it seriously." Officer Chen stepped forward. "Sir, you need to vacate immediately. You have 15 minutes to gather essentials." Kyle started crying. Angela yelled while throwing clothes into garbage bags. Marcus just stared at me like I'd betrayed him. When they walked past, Marcus hissed, "Mom's going to disown you for this." I didn't flinch. "Then she can be mad. You're still leaving." That night my phone blew up. My mom called me heartless, saying I destroyed the family over a bike. I told her the truth. It wasn't about the bike. It was about 5 years of Marcus taking everything and everyone acting like I owed him. My dad stayed quiet for a long time, then said, "I understand why you did it." A few weeks later, Angela called Sarah. She apologized for staying silent. She said Marcus had become entitled, and she was tired of raising Kyle that way. Months after that, I heard they separated. I put the money from the sale into Ethan's college fund and paid off our car. We lost the beachfront condo, but we kept our dignity. Being family doesn't mean being a doormat.